Welcome to the Chocolate and Cheese Show.
Well done. That was really good. Okay, this is Dom and Lou.
Lulu です。
Now, today we have another show full of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago, we've done an Easter egg show, which was specifically...
Easter egg show?
We've done an Easter egg show just on Google. Okay, so Google has a lot of Easter eggs hidden in its programs and websites. We've got another one for you. This isn't really about Google at all. This is about, all sorts of different websites where you've got some really crazy hidden surprises that I've never even heard of. We've got 10 for you. Let's start straight away. This I found really, really interesting. When you use the Chrome web browser while you're actually offline, that's really, really important. And it also has to be the mobile version. If you're looking for an internet site, it obviously tells you that there is no internet connection. And you can see a little dinosaur on your screen. I've never known what that actually is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what the purpose is. If you tap it, if you click it, it starts running, which I found really, really cute. I've tried this so many times myself. My dinosaur actually only blinks. It just winks at me, but it doesn't run. So I'm just asking our listeners, can you try this yourselves? I've tried it on many, many machines, but it just keeps blinking. It won't run. So please let us know if you actually made your dinosaur. It's actually a T-Rex. If you make it run, it has to be Chrome, the Chrome mobile browser, and you have to be offline. That's quite important. Number 2, very interesting website, and with probably the most bizarre Easter egg I've ever seen. It is so weird.
What's that?
You need to go to Black Acre Brewing. So it's like a brewing website, Black Acre Brewing. And before you actually get on, because obviously it's an alcohol-related website, it asks you click here if you're under 21 and click here if you're over 21. So mostly people would go for over 21, so because they want to know information. But if you click the under 21 option, the Easter egg starts straight away. And I'm not actually going to spoil it by saying what it is, but it has something to do with the Masters of the Universe. Like the actual cartoon series. It is so bizarre. You have to check it out. blackacrebrewing.com. It's hilarious. Okay. Number 3, very interesting, coming all the way from Japan. The infamous Konami code. Konami, the
game company.
The game company, absolutely. Have done loads of super cool games.
Konami.
Now, Konami has a very famous code, which gamers use to cheat in games. You would give them like unlimited ammo or unlimited lives. But this so-called code you can actually use on many, many websites, completely unrelated to Konami, to actually reveal Easter eggs. Now, the Konami code is what you have to do is you have to use your cursor buttons and go up, down, left, right, A, B, and then press enter. Okay?
BA.
Oh, sorry, it's BA. Yeah, sorry.
Again.
Yeah, so it's up, down, left, right, BA, and then enter. If you do this, for example, on the BuzzFeed website, buzzfeed.com, there is a crazy sloth takeover. That weird animal that's like in Ice Age, that weird creature with long teeth. Yeah, the whole website turns into information about sloths. And there are countless websites. I think we should actually do a show just on the Konami code on the different websites. I've heard that there are many, many out there. Number 4, very, very funny thing. If you go to the IMDb website, the Internet Movie Database, it's basically for finding out information about a movie. You type in any movie that you're interested in, I don't know, Austin Powers, and it will tell you everything about it. The story, who's the actors, what kind of music, soundtrack, and all this kind of stuff. If you type in Spinal Tap, that there was a documentary about, I think it's a fake rock band from the 80s. Absolutely huge. And there's this famous scene in the movie where they talk about the guitarist's amp, which doesn't go from 1 to 10, but it goes from 1 to 11. And then the reporter asked him, "Why? So how loud is 11?" I said, "Well, it's just 1 louder." It's a very famous scene. But if you go to their website, you can actually see that the rating on that website doesn't go from just 1 to 10; it goes to 1 to 11. And that's the only page on the Internet Movie Database, where you can go to 11. So kind of funny thing. Number 5, this is about the crowdsourcing website Kickstarter. You know, like when you want to have, when you have a great idea about an invention and you want people to give you money for something that you're inventing, people go to Kickstarter.com. And they've got something really interesting. If you go to the bottom of the site on Kickstarter.com, there's a scissor symbol. And I never knew what that scissor was about. If you click that 3 or 4 times, depending on what software you're using, you will suddenly, a new window will kind of like appear from the bottom, and then you can subscribe to this super secret newsletter and get some special information. It looks really mysterious, when you do that. Quite fun thing to do. Number 6, I'm pretty sure that most people have not heard of this website. It's a Dutch shopping site. So unless you have, no, it's a Dutch website. Unless you're from the Netherlands, there is a website called Hemla.nl. So it's HEMLA.nl. If you go to their website, they have a really, really fun Easter egg hidden in one of their pages. It's a bit tricky to actually go in there. What I think is best to do is if you just type that into Google, the HEMLA.nl, and then you have to use the Dutch word for products, which is PRODUCTEN, producten. Okay. Google will then give you that search result, and you probably go for the first page, and now you basically see products that are being sold on that website. It's a bit like Amazon, okay? But if you will see a blue cup in the top right corner of the website. If you touch that, it falls over, and then it affects all the other items listed on their website. It all crashes. It looks absolutely hilarious. Try it out on Hemla.nl. Number 7, this is the good old Wikipedia website. They've got a really cute Easter egg. It's an actual egg that is the Easter egg, okay? What you have to type into the search engine, so if you go into wikipedia.org, I think you have to go to the English version, so not just Japanese or German, and you type in Easter egg media. That's quite important. You click on that link, and then you will see like an image of an old painting. And at the bottom right corner of that painting, there is a dull-looking Easter egg. Sorry, no, it's an egg. But if you touch this with a cursor, or just hover on top of it, you will actually see a little surprise. It's
cute.
It's kind of alright. But it's been there forever. So it still works, which makes it quite cool. Number 8 is actually a Google it's a Google Easter egg. It happens on Google Hangout. Like the
Google
kind of
Hangout.
you can use that to talk to friends. It's a bit like Skype. You can chat to them. You can type. You can see them. And once you're in that actual program, if you type in /pony stream, okay, it doesn't send anything to the people that you're talking to, but you can suddenly see little ponies running across your screen. It's like the My Little Pony ponies.
Long-haired
the long-haired ones, colorful ones. Very, very cute. Number 9. This is a WordPress Easter egg. I'm quite fascinated that they also managed to have an Easter egg in one of their pages. It's really well hidden. You have to go to WordPress.com and then go all the way down to the Terms of Service, okay, TOS. Nobody ever reads that, and so I think that's why this was for a very long time a very well hidden secret, Easter egg secret. If you go to term 17, in some languages it's number 16, but basically there's a hyperlink in there. WordPress actually rewards you for reading their terms of services, and if you click on that hyperlink under term 16 or 17, you will be rewarded with something very, very yummy. I'm not saying what it is, but it's kind of cute. Okay. So try that under WordPress. That was number 9. Number 10, very interesting. If you're a bit into gambling, okay, I know I've played a fair amount on the internet, but if you are so naughty to actually do this at your workplace, okay, that's not a good idea, because if you get caught, you probably get fired. If you found that you have a bit of a gambling addiction there in your workplace. But if you really can't control the urge to, like place some bets while you're at work, if you go to a website called skybet.com, there is a very useful button that you can press just in case some nosy colleagues come around or even your boss suddenly appears. You can press a button at the top right corner of your screen that will immediately change that site into a very busy looking Excel spreadsheet. Obviously super fake, but it looks like you're doing something. It looks quite productive, okay? You will find this button. You can see a Facebook and Twitter logo towards the upper right, and just on top of that there is like a tiny little button, and when you hover over that with your cursor, it actually says boss is coming or something like that. But you basically go to this fake Excel spreadsheet in an emergency, if you have to do this. If you choose to gamble at work, which I think, do it at home.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are our 10 Easter eggs, and this concludes our shows for this week, because we won't be around on the weekend, unfortunately, but we will be back on Monday when it's actually Easter, and we're gonna have a very special show for you. When I say very special, we have no idea what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure we'll find something over the weekend.
Yeah.
Lou, which one was your favorite Easter egg out of these 10?
I think that Konami one.
Konami one, of course.
There is so many different codes.
You can no, it's the same code, but you can just go to different websites and try it out. And we will do this actually in the future, which will just be on Konami. But for now, we shall see you on Monday.
See you on Monday.